Welcome to another edition of Coffee with the Goose, where we talk about things that are interesting, fascinating, and irritating. We hit all three. We try to. I'm the Goose. Glad to have you back. Got some more interesting topics to talk about today. But of course, before we start, we have to have our PED. That is our caffeine. You know, my coffee is very strong, like my opinion. Got some creamer in there to make it sweet, just like me. All right. Let's talk boxing again. A little different angle this time, okay? You know, we're all waiting, and there's, of course, boxing is the boxing world is fascinating. There's always soap operas here and there. You know, we've got the big heavyweight bout coming up, a rematch, and I'm excited about that. And of course, the welterweight division is stacked and fascinating, and has been forever. There are 3 title holders left in the game today. Of course, we have Manny Pacquiao, who's 41. We're still waiting to see who he's going to fight. The other 2 title holders are in a war of words, even though they haven't gotten in the ring yet. We'll see. Time will tell. Errol Spence Jr., of course, who defeated Timothy Bradley. See, my mind is somewhere else. Defeated Sean Porter last summer, and he has 2 of the belts. And the 3rd title holder, of course, is Terrence Crawford. Now, just to give you so you understand where each of these 3 fighters are coming from, let me clear it up for you, okay? Terrence Crawford fights with Top Rank under the tutelage of Bob Arum. You know, Pacquiao used to fight for Bob Arum. The other 2, Pacquiao and Errol Spence Jr., fight for the PBC group. So they're 2 completely different companies, and getting them together is almost impossible, you know, because it's all about money. And for instance, Terrence Crawford, his boss, Bob Arum, doesn't want to lose his cash cow. He's making good money off of Crawford, and yeah, so we'll just see what happens. Anyhow, Pacquiao has already said he's going to fight again in March or April, and if my memory serves me correctly, he's already narrowed his list of potential opponents down to 3, and Spence and Crawford aren't part of that list, so who knows. But lately, a hissy fit, a war of words has broken out between Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford. Now, Crawford, they're both undefeated fighters. They're both great fighters. They're both champions, and they're both tough guys. You know, they're not afraid of anything. But something tells me Crawford is getting under Spence's skin. He's playing the mind game, and you know, if you follow boxing, half the battle is up here. It's intimidation. It's the not moral, but the mental game. And we've seen, you know, many of the great fighters just flat out win their fights before they even stepped in the ring. Muhammad Ali, of course, was one of them. George Foreman, Mike Tyson, and Manny Pacquiao, in his own quiet way, intimidates his opponents. They're terrified of him when they get in the ring. But Crawford, I think, he's getting to Spence. I think Spence may be a little afraid of him. Here's the latest. Now, these guys aren't geniuses. I respect them, okay, but their use of the English language, you know, it's ghetto. Let's be honest, okay? And I am going to read you their latest tweets to each other and to the public, of course. It's all for, you know, for public consumption as well. Try and get us all interested in the potential battle. Spence lobbed the first. See, I haven't had enough coffee, obviously. Had a hard day at work. Spence started it, okay? He said, quote, "Y'all can believe the BS if you want. I ain't ducked nothing." Okay, you failed English, but we get what you mean, okay? Terrence Crawford immediately jumped on that. And again, I think he's winning this war of words. He said, "So what's been the holdup, homie? When I came to the division," that means the welterweight division, "y'all said I had to get a title first. Now you change your mind and talking about the wrong side of the street. So I'm just here for another excuse. What's up? So he's accusing Errol Spence of coming up with any reason not to fight him. And then he went on to say, Crawford went on to say, keep defending him because the English is horrible, I'm tell all y'all now, and I mean what I say, when that day come, when I knock him all, I want y'all to keep the same energy because he gone cry in the car, which means the horrible traffic crash he just had, Errol Spence Jr., car wasn't built for this, crap. I got over here, just watch me show the world. Okay, Crawford, settle down. And then, so he's winning. Again, it's crude language, but now he gets to the real business. He cuts through the crap with this next statement. Terrence Crawford says, when tweeting to Errol Spence Jr., and stop using the effing promoters, managers, and advisors for that weak excuse, y'all. Y'all been doing work for us. Y'all dumb MF. If you really want to fight, you tell them you don't blankety blank. That's who I want to fight. And be your own boss. Well, now, Crawford, I have an issue with what he just said, aside from the grammar, getting a failing grade in the grammar. He's telling Errol Spence Jr., oh, come on, don't listen to those promoters. Well, hold on now. The promoter's your boss. And so are, Crawford, your promoter is your boss. You just don't pick whatever opponent you want and tell your promoter, screw you. That's not how it works. It's a business, okay? You don't do that to your boss. I don't do that to my boss. Or else we're going to hit the bricks quick, It's a team effort. So Crawford is making a mistake when he says, that's just an excuse. You don't want to fight me. Well, he may want to fight you, but it's not up to him. We heard, what did we hear from Pacquiao after almost every fight in his career when after a win, the announcer would ask him, so who are you going to fight next? Is it going to be Mayweather well, it's usually Mayweather. And Pacquiao's, answer was always the same. Oh, I let my promoter choose I'll fight whoever they want me to fight. So he knew, now of course, Manny Pacquiao is legend and he has a little more say in who he fights, but Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford have no say really in who they fight next. So Crawford, when he says stop using promoters and managers for the excuses, that's not dealing in reality. I think he knows it, but I think he's getting under Spence's skin, and that's what he wants to do. Spence responded by saying, it sounds good. Only one time I hear your crap is in social media. Don't act like a boss now. You can't handle your blankety blank. You've been told your handler, Bob Arum, what it takes to make it happen. And goes off on some more profanities. But Spence is right. He says, you're talking trash, but it's, you're just barking up the wrong tree. I have a boss and your boss is Bob Arum, and you don't just tell Bob Arum what to do. He's running the show and you're not, even though you're undefeated champion, you're Terrence Crawford, you're impressive, you're great, but in the business, world, you're not the champion. Bob Arum is. Crawford again said, stop using the effing promoters, blankety blank. And then after all this is done, Crawford said, he's a cool dude. We both agree the fight will happen. We don't know about that. But it's funny to watch these two guys, trading barbs, or tweeting different insults to each other, calling out each other's manhood and saying, you're chicken, you're ducking, you can't handle me, you don't want to fight me, blankety blank this and that. It really means nothing in the business sense. It's all the mental game. It's all, part mental game between themselves and promoting it with us, the fight fans. And the Pacquiao, of course, in his quiet, very direct way said, I want to fight both of you. And that was all he said. So you gotta like that. He's not into the profanity. He's not into the insults. He's not into the talk trashing. He just, talk trashing? Trash talking, something like that. Pacquiao just keeps it real. So I personally would love to see all three of these guys go at it. I want to see, Pacquiao take on Crawford, and unite those three belts. And then hopefully Bob Arum and the PBC group can get together and work out a unification bout between Crawford and whoever the winner is between Pacquiao and Errol Spence Jr. But it's all, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. We were hoping, I know I was, that after Pacquiao solidified his belt after the defeat of Keith Thurman, and then Errol Spence Jr. defeated a very close battle with Sean Porter, that those two guys would fight, because they fight for the same company, PBC. We'll see. It might happen. But, with all this talk aside between Spence and Crawford and Pacquiao, I still have my doubts. You saw, if you watched our video recently where I was talking about Spence and how he finally came out from under hiding, or the plastic surgeon or the doctor, dentist, what have you. He's alive and he's speaking and he's walking under his own power, but I'm still not convinced that he is the man he was before that accident. He's lucky to be alive. He's humbled. I think we can see that. He said it. Praise God. I'm a miracle, and he's correct. There are two questions that need to be answered. Is he physically able to fight at that high level, that is? Yeah, he can take on some chump and win easily. I mean, he's the champ. But A, is he physically able to step into the ring with the likes of Pacquiao and Terence Crawford? We don't know. B, mentally, is he able to get into the ring and trade shots with these guys and handle that mental pressure? I don't know. And I've said it before. I'll say it again. I have my doubts, because I know firsthand what kind of horrible experience Errol Spence Jr. has been through with that car accident. He is so blessed to be with us. And again, I wish the guy well. I hope he does recover completely. But what's important in this world in the end? Is it being a championship boxer, or is it being alive with your family and loved ones? We'll see. Love the soap opera, Spence and Crawford going at it. I think we'll probably hear some more in the coming months as they try their best to put a fight together. I really think they both want to see it happen. It's up to the big dogs, the big companies, PBC and Top Rank. Well, I don't know what's going to happen. I do know this: Pacquiao will fight somebody in March or April, and chances are it'll be another championship bout against a great fighter. I look forward to watching that, and hopefully, like I said, we're planning on going back to the Philippines. Raquel, my beautiful wife, and I, and our kids in June, and we plan to meet with the mayor, Moreno, and hopefully, cross our fingers, we'll get to chat with Manny himself. We'll see. Anyhow, stick with us. We've got the best boxing news. We try to keep it real. We don't just go with, I heard this and I think that, and I wish he said this, and we just, we give you the facts. That's, you can count on us to just keep the facts coming, and that's it, right? Well, a little opinion too. That's it for this edition of Coffee with the Goose. Thank you so much again for watching us. We just completed about a year with our channel, and we're over 40,000 subscribers. Never did I think that we'd reach that level so quickly. We're very grateful and so excited to keep it going. And sky's the limit. We look forward to more shows and chatting more with you and hearing more of your opinion. All right. Thanks for watching another show. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care.